happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? All right, let's check this chat right quick. Let's check this chat. Hey, Legacy said, "What's up, AFN? NFC South Raheem, Zach, leave us alone. Get the stepping and get the hell out. Yeet gets on. So get their asses up out of here." He said, "If y'all ain't gonna leave, you know," he said, "y'all ain't gonna leave right now." And I mean, right now. I'm trying to pull up the stats right quick. I should have already had them up, but we're going. It was such a horrific game, man. I didn't. Let me pull these stats, man. I only want to really pull them up. Well, we're gonna pull them up, man. And I'm going to the Falcons side. So I go ahead and have this. Man, look, I am tired. And I'm not just saying I'm tired because of my team. I'm saying I'm tired regardless. You feel me? Mm, Red and black in the chat, man. Xavier was happening. ATL 251, man. What's good? Lot? What's popping, my G? Man, we up in here, man. Look, I always say I'm gonna do a short show, but y'all get me this talking, and then I never have a short show. My show be like an hour, like hour and 30, like that, bro. It said, "What's happening? Lochness and the Falcons family. New era is here. The Atlanta Falcons will rise in 2025 or a new coaching staff in 2026. 330. Yo, what's happening? I'm be 100%, man. I'm be 100%. Let's go ahead and start the show. So I got like 9 eyes. Everybody gonna start popping up in here. Everybody gonna come up in here. You know, after a good loss. Like, first of all, before we start this show, last Tuesday, I didn't even want to talk about that San Francisco game. So I'm gonna just give a little brief synopsis of the San Francisco game because I didn't talk about it last week. And it plays and it segues back into the Dolphins game this week. I always question whether this team was built to win. You know, I did have a show when I was asking, is this team built to win? Are we built to sustain wins? And I'm starting to think like we are talented enough. And I also talked about how the coaching is failing. The coaching is failing the talent on this team. These are things I think I'm like, man, let's talk about that. Let's start the show. But as far as this 49ers game, I'm gonna start the show. I'm gonna go ahead and start the show first. And then we're gonna talk about the 49ers game. It's gonna segue into this Dolphins game. Because they one and the same. Just about. One and the same. But just with a little different. So we lit, we lie, we out here. Hey, I'm your boy, the Lochness from the Lochness Podcast, man, representing AFN LLC. You know who he is, Atlanta Falcon Nation LLC. I'm your boy, the Lochness. You already know. If you have a sub to my channel, roll to 500 subs. It's still on its way. Get me the 250. I'll drop some memorabilia on somebody. Get me the 250. I'll drop memorabilia on somebody. Give me the 500, and we're gonna get you a Atlanta Falcons jersey. Complimentary of your boy. It's your boy. But like I said, this Let's Talk About It Tuesday, and what we're talking about today. Now, is it time, right? Is it time? Is it time for the Atlanta Falcons to move on from Raheem and Zach Robinson? I should put his full name in there, huh? Let's put his full name. With Raheem, who we need his full name in there. Let's put his full name in there. Raheem Morris and Zach Robinson. Is it time to move on from these guys? Like, is it time? Do y'all feel like it's time? I'm asking y'all, do y'all feel like it's time? So, do y'all feel like it's time? Brian People said, "What up, Lock? You change your picture, Brian People, to the cartoon, the caricature. That's dope. The Falcons dance around the status of the team really was. Yeah, man. Seeing Raheem to late Lanier. That's crazy. Bijan mad as fucks. Facial expression said it all. Somebody, I listen. I'm gonna go to this right quick. I'm gonna touch on this one right quick. I forgot who I was listening to. Is it Locked On Sports? Shout out to the other content creators, man. You know what I'm saying? It's giving a healthy doses of perspective when it comes to our red and black and when it comes to the Falcons. Was it Locked On Sports or Falcons Today? One of them. I think it was Falcons Today. They mentioned we keep doing this, we gonna lose Bijan. Bijan ain't gonna want to be here, bro. We gonna lose him. You know, and they mentioned how they said the same thing about Saquon Barkley in New York. And that man left and went to the Eagles. A rivalry team. Can you imagine us losing Bijan and he going over to Tampa Bay? Or going over to the Saints? Or going over to Carolina? And balling out. You know, he balling out over here sometimes. And just think he went over there and just he go over there and he get a Super Bowl ring. The same year he move over there. And he do a backwards hurdle over somebody. Like, man, sickening, boy. He said those two games are the same. This team scheme us same, and we didn't adjust. So I was gonna get to that. What's up, big dog? I'm on the clock. I'm glad you're live to get work started. Raheem and Zach is done after this season, and if we win, we can't coach with a losing record. He said we can let him go now. Yeah, man, I changed it. Chat GPT. Cool. Bijan would leave and win a Super Bowl would make me sick as Freddie Freeman winning that game last night. That's crazy. I want them both gone. All right. So I'm gonna talk about the San Francisco game since I didn't have an opportunity to talk about it. And then I'm gonna talk about the Carolina game as well. Carolina game, San Francisco game, and the Dolphins game. They're pretty much all segue into the same status to me, stratosphere. So the Carolina game is expected from a rivalry. Okay. You don't know, but Carolina is in the Saints are teetering between the worst teams in our division. And I think the Saints are worse than Carolina. So I think Carolina's better than the Saints. Can we agree on that? We can agree. That was rhetorical. Because you can see it. You can see it. But to have the mindset to be like the Carolina Panthers, which don't even have the star talent that we have. Well, I mean, the star power. We don't have the star power, but we have talent, right? We don't have star power. But then again, a Penix, which is considered star power to people, a Kyle Pitts Sr. is considered star power to people. Drake London, stop playing with me. Y'all already know he's star power. That was my pick. And Bijan Robinson, best running back in football, star power. We have to understand that this team is a good team. It's a great team, awesome team. We are hurt. We have a lot of significant injuries to people that are role players. That's why our team is looking a little different. And it started off with McGarry, and then it started Storm Norton. And like I said, I can go down the list. Walker, Billy Bowman. It's like when this team is healthy, you've seen how it looks. It made Terry Fontenot look like a draft genius. You feel me? So to the Carolina game, that's a give me. That's a give me when it comes to you don't know what's gonna happen. But to lay a Falcons lay a egg, that was crazy. And that has something to do with coaching. Okay. Even if we lost that game, we didn't score not one time. That's crazy work. Okay. The 49ers game. 49ers had none of their marquee people out there. They was hobbled like a motherfucker. Like they were so hobbled to a point where we could have been like, and then somebody mentioned it too. They said maybe us playing the Bills was our Super Bowl because we dominated in unbelievable fashion on that team. And it was just like, whoa, they made the Bills look like some suckers. And we was like, oh my goodness, these guys are looking different. And then we went against the 49ers, which is a worse thing. Like they can't beat Kyle Shanahan. But unfortunately, I feel Raheem at least will last until the end of the season. Zach Robinson gonna be gone first. They got to go down the hierarchy. Like, it's you. But we're gonna get to that. So Lochness, chat surprised me too. Yeah. It was a different feeling. So the 49ers, man, it's like this team we can't beat bullshit ass teams. We can't beat the Carolina Panthers. We can't even beat the 49ers when they don't have half of they said they salary cap was down there gone. Everybody that eats of their salary cap wasn't even playing. And then we go to the Dolphins, bro. We got beat by Mike Wachowski. We got beat by Mike Wachowski. If anybody know anything about Monsters Inc., they'll know who Mike Wachowski is. And we got beat by somebody with one eye. You telling me the Dolphins look like dog poo this entire season? They was already talking about getting rid of their head coach. He was on his last leg. And you telling me a team that's 1-6. But see, I'm gonna tell you what that is. Let me fast track y'all right quick. I'll do a reverse. Let's take some steps back. When you know how to coach, right? One of the things at being a leader, I'm a store manager For those that don't know, I'm a store manager. I run a store, right? So if the way I lead, when I lead by example, I would do and then I would ask, so my team can see me. So, but when you know how to make the adjustments when somebody calls out, when somebody don't show up and work, and you know how to make the adjustments, that's the the rapport of a good leader, to make the adjustments and still get the work done and still be efficient with less people. But you make the adjustments. Our coaching staff in the Atlanta Falcons organization, I don't know who's responsible for what, but we got to start with the guy up top, which is the head coach. And then we got to go a little step further. We can talk about the general manager. We can talk about Arthur Smith. We can talk about all these people. My mindset is, what are they saying in the locker room? Like, they're not making the adjustments. They're not making the adjustments. They running this pistol offense. They got Kirk Cousins in the pistol. They got Kirk Cousins looking like Kirk Cousins, bro. You ain't finna be nobody's starter, bro. Your time is up, bro. If this is $100 million arm quarterback, $100 million arm quarterback, and we paying you $100 million, and you coming from behind, like you coming, hey, you get your start. You get your start, bro. You should be stupid healthy right now. I'm just saying. If we can lose to the Dolphins at home, I didn't even get to the aspect that we was at home, bro. You remember when we used to play? They used to play in the Georgia Dome, even in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. We were probably losing a away game, but we was protecting home. Like, motherfucker, man, we don't even protect home anymore, bro. What's that Deion Sanders line? Atlanta Falcons, that's my house. Man, we got beat by Mike Wachowski, y'all. We got beat with a dude like this. Never had a visor ever. This is first time running a visor. Every opportunity for us to win, we lose. And it's coaching. Man, I'm going to tell you right now. I haven't even went to my takes yet. But I'm going to ask y'all a question. Let me go through the chat right quick. I'm going to ask y'all a question. I need y'all to answer this question truthfully. Don't be bullshitting. Don't be, no. I want you to be honest about what I'm about to ask you. He said, but even in the second half of the Bills, we wasn't, our defense was probably lost the game on 3 points. No. See, what it was is we got the lead, so we wanted to force the Bills. This is good coaching, bro. Southside, this is a good coaching. We wanted the Bills to change once you change their game plan, we changed their game plan. Especially if Drake London would have went in for that TD, that TUD. And then we started playing prevent defense. I don't like that mindset. My mindset is run it up on points. Because what you're going to do is put a mental stamp in people. You're going to put a mental stamp in your team. Like, we finna run it up on y'all. Because it's going to strike fear in the next team. Like, dude, if we can't score 30 points, man, we can't beat this team. So we need to run up 30 points on everybody. Because if we don't, because it's going to take a couple of stops and we running up 30 points, you never going to beat us. That's how we win. That's how we went to the Super Bowl that time with Matt Ryan and them. Because we had like the 5th best offense overall, like all time in football, in like NFL history. Because we was running up points. We have to run up points. And we do it with explosive plays, bro. Get ready to draft some wide receivers this draft. Get ready to draft some wide receivers that can take the top off the stadium. I'm trying to tell you, that's where we at. There's nothing wrong with what we have. It's nothing wrong with if we was to keep everybody that we have and remove certain people out of that wide receiver room and get some wide receivers and get 1 or 2 guys that can be on the defensive line that can push the middle, or get some recovery guys like a Divine Diablo, get some recovery linebackers that can stand up the middle and surefire some run stoppers, some run stopping linebackers, a couple of goddamn run stopping linemen, and a couple of wide outs, bro. We have a contender, bro. And we can keep everything we have. We have a contender. We will become to me. That's what we need. 49ers had the, bro. I didn't even get to that. 49ers had their third string. And I'm telling you, and this is why look, we finna break it down for y'all. He said one-eyed blind man look back. Like, we got beat by Mike Wachowski, y'all. We got beat by this. Can you imagine somebody like this? He was doing the eye test on the field. You know, when you go to the doctor, they say, put your eye, okay, read the line. F, S, maybe that's a T, bruh. And then you had a visor, and you went home. This is like they say this is the most embarrassing loss with the Dolphins. Maggie Fontenot, hey. He said, like, Atlanta don't make adjustments, period. They don't make adjustments because we don't have the right coach. And so now, since you said that, I'm going to go ahead and put it back up. Atlanta don't make adjustments, period. And put this up here. Bill Belichick don't sound bad, do it? Why wouldn't we get Bill Belichick? And like I said, I listen to other content creators and they find information out that I don't be thinking about. I really need to do my due diligence. But you take a guy that has won 30 games with 52 losses. His winning percentage is like 32, 37%, the 30s. And then you have a coach like a Bill Belichick that's arguably the best head coach in NFL history. Let's do that. Let's say it again. You have Bill Belichick. This man built dynasty with makeshift people that with no names. Ain't that what we have in Atlanta? We have really no big name people. We would have never known who Tom Brady was if Drew Bledsoe would have never went out. Because Drew Bledsoe was balling. He went down next man up, and then it was history after Tom Brady started. Now he's the GOAT, right? He said, y'all see what Houston did to beat up the 49ers? See, the thing about that is Houston is coached. We have a revolving door around coaches. That's another problem. We keep getting rid of people. This person gone. This person gone. And because you know they're going to bring in their own people. Raheem Morris took his homeboy and Zach Robinson said, hey, bro. You know how they come on. I knew he was up there. Hey, bro, I got a job for you. You want to be my OC? You want to be my OC, bro? You know how we used to be. You know how we used to be up in the LA in the Rams. Hey, you want to be my OC? Oh yeah, my guy. I'm gonna say this. I don't know what happened with Ray McLeod, but don't you think we would have did? Don't you think we could have had a Ray McLeod out there? Drake London ain't out there, bro. I ain't even went to none of my takes. Kyle Pitts needs to go. Hate to say it. And then just because he didn't sign my jersey. I'm gonna still talk about that. Kyle Pitts not signing my jersey. That hit hard. That hit home, bro. I'm like, bro, I'm right down finna hand you my jersey. And you look me right in my eyes and you tell me I'm only signing kids stuff. All right. you can go to. Because I want to see this unicorn performance. I'm going to tell you the reason why I feel like he should be gone just off this Dolphins game. You're going against a weak defense in the Dolphins, 49ers, Carolina. You get 2 good catches, and then you disappear. You was doing the same thing last year. You get 2 good catches, we won't see you anymore. They knew since Drake London went out there, they said, let's hone in on Kyle Pitts because he's the X factor. Right? So, and then they're going to force everybody else to step up. A right tackle, nose tackle, center, and wide receiver. That's it. That's exactly what that's it. That's us. We get all of them, and we get surefire ballers. With that right there, ballers right there, this team will be a contender and keep the same team, but give us a coach that can coach. You give us a coach that can coach, the talent on this team, and bro, we'll and that's the reason why. That's the reason why Todd Bowles looks so good over there with the Buccaneers. Because every other team in the NFC South has got a great question mark on us. We have a question mark on us. Bro, I was listening to somebody's content today, and they name dropped Mad Mike. They said Mad Mike was right. Right? And I was like, dang. Mad Mike was right about Raheem Morris. Mad Mike be like, I told y'all. Right? Bro, like, Raheem Morris, bro, he ain't it, bro. He ain't it. I would rather us. He said Tyler gone if we don't start feeding him. Blair, he was on a practice squad from what I heard. I don't know if he was injured. It's just like you give Casey Washington. I said Blair balled out in the preseason. This was the time to pull up Nick Nash. I don't know if he's still on the squad or not. If he's still in the practice squad, Nick Nash, Blair. I would have had all of them trying to eat. You got rid of Ray. Somebody else got to step up. I said, so I guess Casey Washington is next. Casey Washington, has some hands, bro. He's a good position receiver. He's another Brian Finneran to me. Casey Washington is a Brian Finneran. If anybody remember Brian Finneran, when we had people, he was that guy that went unnoticed, and then he'll keep us on the field. That's Casey Washington. Y'all asked for Mooney. Mooney jumping in the air, jump, and I didn't put his hands up. He can't do this. Mooney can't do this. Oh, just to let y'all know, I got my, you know what I'm saying, my old school Reebok Michael Vick jersey on. I just felt like being spiffy a little bit. My old Reebok Michael Vick jersey. They don't even make these no more. Did y'all know this was my first Falcon jersey that I actually bought myself? This was my first Falcon jersey, a Michael Vick jersey. And I used to have when I had hair, before I got my locks, I did have braids. So I would braid my hair how Michael Vick would have his hair. And I would go places and they'd be like, hey, Michael Vick. I said, I ain't Vick, bro. They're like, Vic, what you going to do? We going to win this game? I was like, well, I'm going to run for a touchdown. That's what I tell people. I'm going to run for a touchdown. And he did. Todd Bowles doing good because Bruce Arians set him up right. I would say, yeah, Bruce Arians, that's what I'm saying. That's a foundation. We keep having, don't this remind you of when Arthur Smith was a part of our organization when he wasn't prepared for games? We're in the same thing. Like, we're in the same situation with another head coach saying, I should have had them prepared. Can you imagine somebody that's going to work on somebody's heart have heart surgery, and the heart surgeon goes into that heart surgery, underperforms, doesn't make the adjustments, and you off somebody with a botched surgery, and then say, I wasn't prepared to do that. Somebody losing their job. So this isn't the same thing about heart surgery. I'm just using that. But not make light of that. But understanding the if somebody's telling you on the record, I didn't do my job multiple times. Bro, we got beat by Mike Wachowski, bro. That's my whole thing. We got beat by Mike Wachowski. So this was an embarrassing loss. That was one of my takes. I don't want to talk about how embarrassing this loss was. So we're going to do this. This team ain't ready to. What is a word we can say? This team ain't ready to win. This team ain't ready. Because we be saying we ready. We ain't ready, bro. We ain't ready. That's why I asked, like, where is Nick Nash? Where's Nick Nash? Where's Blair? You got rid of Ray Ray, a veteran, for whatever reason. Maybe this Ike Hilliard, whoever, like his firing, maybe Ray Ray didn't like that. Maybe he felt like, nah, it ain't him. Because everybody ain't drinking the Kool-Aid. You know, when people say, hey, man, I ain't drinking the Kool-Aid, he ain't buying in. Now, you know what? I'm going to skip this. I'm going to be all over the place, y'all. This is what I think we at right now. This is where I think we at right now. You see that? That's where I think our team is at right now. Do you believe what I just? He said we can't compete. Absolutely, this team ain't ready to compete. This team ain't ready to win. This team ain't ready for a Super Bowl. This team ain't ready to be a contender. This team ain't ready to do adjustments. This team ain't ready to be coached because with the coach, like it's just think if we fired both Zach Robinson and Raheem Morris right now, what does that do for our organization? They said I listened to some dude say he don't think Arthur Blank has the gall to make that to pull that trigger. Like they said if you really gonna stand on business, if you're gonna stand on 10 toes, and you're gonna say, hey, you ain't getting it done. So is it you or him? And I knew something was up when they talking about Zach Robinson. He's the perfect match for this from his alum he graduated from. So I'm like, why are we talking to this man? This season ain't even over yet. You already talking about extra, like excommunicado him to another team, a college team. Get up out of here. And then it's like, get him up out of here. Instead of hiring the best person, and they talked about we need a coaching overhaul. They saying they need to fire everybody. Can you imagine if our team they fire everybody? It said no separation, Washington. But that looked like Bertrand. They had Bertrand in the wrong situation. They had Bertrand in the wrong situation, my guy. Well, I got a Freeman jersey right over there. I got a red one. If I can show y'all, if I can show y'all my whole closet right there, it's just nothing but jerseys. Hey, they probably did. He probably popped off and he was just like, hey, bro. Because everybody ain't for the foolishness, but I don't care who you is. You can't pop off at somebody when they know that you full of it. If they know that you full of it, and you talking, man, I don't get tired of this, don't get tired of losing. And then you one of them people like, hey, bro, you really don't coach that well. You really don't make adjustments in games. You forget how to call timeouts, and now you want to challenge everything. Now you want to pretend like you're the greatest coach ever. I'm gonna challenge everything, even when you see that the dude crossed the first down. We seen it. I'm like, bro, I got the first down. Why you challenging it? He said, Incompetence. That coach is incompetent, bro. I'm not one of them type of people that talk about people losing their jobs. I'm not one of them people that advocate for people to lose their jobs. I'm not one of them people that be like, hey, you know, can't feed your family. You know what I'm talking about? I'm never one of them types. But the fact of the matter is, this dude as a head coach is trash. In my Dave Chappelle voice, you trash. Zach Robinson is trash, bro. I don't even know. He just pulled his home, but I told you he came out there. They did like that on the phone. You know when they did that? You know when they used to do that? That's what they did when they called it. Nigga, I knew you was gonna get that dang hard coach. Hey, bro, what's that? You want to be my OC? I think that's what they did because it don't make no sense. None. The 50-second of never wear, how much that makes sense. Josh Blank will bring in his own people. Exactly. Predictability is killing us. The play calling is simple, transparent. The fans was calling us our play. Bro, it was like when we was playing the Dolphins, bro, by the third quarter, we had people leaving their red seats to get up out of here. I've never walked through the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in my life so far, 4 years running. I've never walked in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Well, I could just easily just walk, but just walk. It was effortless. You know, there's so many people in the way. You just like everybody already skedaddled out of here. People were like, they made Tallulah, old boy from Alabama. Tallulah. One eye. Mike Wachowski. They made this man throw four. And the last time he played us, he did the same thing. He's torched us. Rise up. Was that Stephanie? Rise up. What's happening? Challenge that call was stupidity. Yeah, that challenge, like, bro, he already made it. Side note, for those who watch the game, everybody who watched the game, y'all probably saw this right here. Y'all probably saw this right here. You see this? This look familiar? That look familiar? Yes, that was me. For those don't know, that was me. They said they showed me. I had so many people hit me up after that. But just like, bro, that was you? That was me. So when y'all watch the game and y'all seen that guy on the halo, or they showing him in the crowd in the Dirty Bird's nest, that was your boy. But Morris sent Ray Ray home like he was a child instead of a grown man. Yeah, he sent him home because he was probably popping off. Because you ain't finna talk, like, these are men. At the end of the day, I mean, there is a hierarchy, but let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So let's talk about passing. We ain't talked about Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins. Bro, did you know Mike Wachowski had like a passer rating of a 132 or something? He had like a hop. This dude had like 4 tutties. 4 tutties. Bro, when the ball popped in the air, I need one of the guys who's going for the ball to realize we're both on the same team. They both going for it like, and then nobody caught the ball for the INT that almost happened. Bruh. He was benched last game, and then he played with one eye. That's crazy work. Bijan Robinson, bro, only ran for 25 yards 9 times. They were stuffing the run. No, they had you figured out. When Kyle Pitts had 9 for 59. The good thing about Kyle, I wouldn't even say Kyle Pitts didn't step up to me. It was more so he got 9 targets. He caught the ball 9 times. He caught every pass that was thrown at him. Kyle Pitts caught every pass that was thrown to him. But I don't think people really buying in. I think we losing our team, y'all. I think we losing like the head coach and the coaches and stuff or whoever. Maybe Raheem and Zach Robinson. Maybe the team is just like I said, I'm gonna get a check. Casey Washington, targeted one time, 25-yard catch. Cordero Hodge, targeted 8 times. Cordero Hodge was targeted 8 times. He only caught the ball 3 times. Understand this. Somebody like a Kyle Pitts needs to go do a slant route. Expose the middle of the field, right? Somebody like a Cordero Hodge, kind of a speed guy. Mooney, stupid penalties. Stupid penalties kept them in too. Stupid penalties. And those are frustration penalties. Frustration penalties. He said lost to a half-hour broken dolphin, bro. We lost to Mike Wachowski, bro. He said, yeah, they was doing the same stuff. But see, the thing is too, the thing is as well, is sometimes, and this is the thing. You remember when Arthur Smith said, we finna run them ball. They ran the ball like 16 times. You remember that game? When this man ran the ball like 16 times and they couldn't stop it? That's what we have to be. It doesn't matter if we're predictable. It doesn't matter if, they got us figured out. It's just that we got to execute and be efficient. That's what we need to do. We have to execute and be efficient. I don't know, man. Kurt was mad as hell at play calls. He wasn't calling his own plays at the end of the games. That play calling is, I would say, Kirk Cousins. I mean, I'm gonna just be 100%. If I'm paying this man, if I paid this man 100 million, go get us this win, bro. I said if Kirk Cousins would have got us this win, and then he would have came back the next game, because you think about it, the next 2 teams we play are considered the 2 best teams in the NFL right now. The Colts, definitely. The Colts looking like they coming for that Super Bowl. Colts looking different. Daniel Jones went down there. They balling down there. Sometimes it don't take a superstar quarterback. It just takes a good head coaching and the implement of the right type of player that buys in. I don't think our team is bought into what this vision for this team is, from the OC to the head coach or whatever. It starts with the head coach. We play the Patriots. They balling. The next 2 games, now if we go these next 2 games and beat these 2 teams, I'm still in the same mindset. Because teams that you think they should roll over and spank, everybody had us losing to the Bills. And I think it's an ego thing when they be like, nah, we ain't finna lose to the Bills. They dominated the Bills. And then went lackadaisical against the 49ers. Went super lackadaisical against the Carolina Panthers. And you just pull up a shit show with the Dolphins at home. It's crazy work. He said the Patriots gonna do us worse. No, we gonna probably win that game. It's gonna be like, what the fuck is this? It's like, what? Hey man, I wouldn't put that out. I don't want my boy gone, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. Hold on, y'all. But I don't know, man. I think Zach Robinson offensive scheme isn't conducive to this team. I honestly believe so. That's why I came to this. Who do we blame? Who do we blame? Do we blame the head coach? Because like even when I look at, let me see. I'm gonna go to this. I'm gonna go to this. Okay, here we go. Can't believe this stuff. All right, Kirk Cousins. He was 21 for 31, right? 173 yards. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. Oh, Rick gone too, bro. He's fired. He's over with. Rick McKay, I already know, still has his hands on the team. We should be looking for him with the side eye. Bombastic side eye. Bombastic side eye, man. You know what you do, boy. You bombastic, you must go now. You, boy. You, man. Go. Get up out of here. You, bye. Rick McKay, bye. Only person I think, Terry Fontenot solidified himself. He shouldn't be going nowhere. Terry Fontenot shouldn't be going nowhere. Um, Only reason I think Raheem Morris is still on this team, he's not going to be fired, is because we still can salvage this. If this man can pull off, I think, well, we got like 9 games left. Let's see, 10, 9 to 10 games left, or whatever. How many we got left? How many games we got left? Like 9? He said, yeah. Kyle Smith is safe too. So, how many other games we got? Like, if we got 9 games left, don't quote me on that. But say we got 9 games left, and we win 6 out of that 9. We have improved by 1 game. He is safe. Because y'all got to understand, we were 7-10 3 seasons in a row. After he took over, we was 8-9. We improved by 1 game. That is still improvement. That's still improvement. So if we come back with another 8-9 season, and we go to a 7-10, but if we improve by 1 game, he's safe. No matter how many people, no matter how many people say this man was a mascot for the Dolphins, because they say he like a little dolphin anyway. Somebody say he like Curious George. Somebody else say he like Curious George. Yeah, it's George. That's crazy. But nah, man, ain't nobody. We finna pay Drake. We ain't finna give it to Drake. So 8 and 9 incoming. I feel like that's still like and we beat these next two teams, bro. Um, yeah, I believe that. If we don't make the playoff, Raheem is gone. So my question is, like I said, we blame Rich McKay, so he's gone. Raheem Morris, we don't make the playoff, he's gone. Zach Robinson, should he already be gone? He should be already at the college at his alum signing the paperwork to be the head coach, right? He said, unacceptable. It's unacceptable. But it's it's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. You get beat by Mike Wachowski. You get beat by a third string defense. You put up a goose egg against Carolina Panthers, which probably was the worst team for a minute. But now they looking better than the Falcons and the Saints. Carolina Panthers has a better record than us, y'all. Let that sink in. And they are trash. We're the second best team in our division. Playing like we're one of the worst teams. How you go from having the offense, and this is the thing too. How you go from being second best offense is when you have Bijan running 81 yards. When you have Drake London doing Bijan having 170 yards, and then you have a Drake London doing 150. That's how. And I'm gonna tell you right now, the Colts in Germany, the reason how we gonna win that game, because of jet lag. Jet lag gonna make us win that game. That's how we gonna win that. We're not gonna beat them because we're gonna beat them. We're gonna beat them because of jet lag. Everybody gonna be tired and lackadaisical. And I think Bijan just gonna run his ass off. I could have got my jersey signed by Drake London when he was at Atlantic Station. I did not pull up to Atlantic Station to get my Drake London black jersey signed when I should have did it. But I had good reasoning why I chose not to do it. And I stand on that 10 toes down. I'm not upset about it. I made a decision. Although I know Drake London was my guy, I still made a decision to not go. Zach already got a college job. Yeah, he's gonna be the head coach of his alum that he graduated from. They're looking for a head coach. You know what they said? Black Robinson would be the perfect guy. I'm like, why are they asking? They did the same thing with Shanahan. Hey, Shanahan, how does it feel to be? You can be the head coach of 49ers. I'm like, why are we talking to this man about a head coaching job? We still got a Super Bowl to win. And then all of a sudden, his Microsoft Service Pro got missing, and they forgot how to. They lost their laptop, and all of a sudden, I forgot how to coach. Face ass. He said, so Rich was the one who hired Morris. Yeah. There's one thing about Arthur Blank. He doesn't seem like a person he ain't like Jerry Jones. That be in everything. Hey, what you doing? Hey, don't do that. Give him a contract. Give him a contract. I like DeMarcus Ware. I like him. Like he's like, I hire you, do your job. So it's Rich McKay, bro. You gone, Rich. Sorry to say it, bro, but you up out of here, bro. If they talk about this being a business, if this is a business, the business of making money, right? I'm also a business owner myself, right? So in the business of making money, Hold on, y'all. I got an emergency at my job. That's crazy work. I can't even do a show. So when you have somebody that's running a business, if you in the business of making money, I'm gonna use Marvel as an example. Yeah, hit the like button. You feel me? Hit that like button. Shut this shit out. You know what I mean? Candy room. What's happening? So if you give the consumer what they want, you're going to make money. Think about it like, why did it take them so long to put Wolverine in his iconic suit? But when they put him in his suit, the world erupted. In that movie of Deadpool and Wolverine, they waited so long to have him pull his mask over to see him in his suit. They waited so long. They waited to the most epic fight scene, but it was like a corny fight scene because all the Deadpools came back alive, which is stupid. So, but Oklahoma State already. Yeah. But whatever. Um when you give the people what they want, you'll get more money. Like you'll once you give people a winning product, we have 7 consecutive losing seasons, y'all. 7 consecutive losing seasons. Like I tell people, man, being a Falcons fan ain't for the weak. And then you think about it like this too. I need you to understand, we ain't at a point where we're putting bags over our heads in the stadium. We ain't 0-16 like the Detroit Lions were. Can you imagine that? We're still not the worst team in NFL. But we treat our team like we're the worst team because we've been losing so long. Hey now. He said, what kind of business I am? A production business. A production house. I do music. I'm my own walking brand. But I feel like he lost his locker room, bro. I think that Ray McCloud, did Ray McCloud even speak on it? Did anybody talk to him? He already got another job, by the way. Ray has been signed to another team already. Just a FYI, if y'all don't know that, he's already signed to another team. I can't remember what team. Let me see. What can somebody look up and tell me what team Ray McCloud signed to? It's probably gonna pop. Ray McCloud. It didn't even take long. New York Giants. Ray McCloud signed to the New York Giants. Okay, yes, yeah. Giants, yeah. He was signed to the New York Giants. Thank you. Yeah, it wasn't even like that because he's not a bad receiver. He was just looking lost this season, though. Yeah, and cool. Yeah. These are like Ray was looking lost though. I don't know. He was like our third option last year. This year, he was just like, did something change? Somebody was popping off, and he was just like, "Well, shit. Have you ever heard somebody talking cash, but you know they full of it?" And he would probably just like, Raheem, shut your ugly. He probably popped off, and they were like, "Hey, man, like, bro, shut up." So his old coaches there, yeah. So when they old coach, sometimes they'll come and work with you or come and play for you If you had some lineage to them, to their growth when they was younger or something, who knows? Like them as a player. But Zach gotta go, bro. I ain't gonna cap. Before Raheem goes, Zach gotta go. To me. I just feel like this pistol is like running a pistol. No explosive plays. I already told you in one of my shows. I feel like the coaching staff is failing the talent on this team, yo. I feel like the coaching staff is failing the talent on this team. It's not fair to the fans. It's not fair to the players we drafted. And then we got injuries on injuries because now Jesse Bates is hurt. Like our whole team is injured. So I need y'all to understand that too. I need you to give this team grace. Can we do that? Can we give this team grace? Because we have a lot of key pieces injured. Okay. But then do not give these head coaches grace. Don't give her. But then again, you can't give the team grace. You can't give players grace without giving Raheem grace. So I would say Raheem gets grace because of that. But Zach Robinson's lackadaisical offensive scheme, not being an explosive team. If you got one of the best running backs in the NFL and you have one of the best wideouts in the NFL, and you're supposed to have one of the best tight ends in the NFL, and then you're supposed to have one of the best guards in the NFL, and then you have one of the best safeties in the NFL. It's like we got like you're failing this team. Coaching is failing this team, y'all. What's up, bro? What's happening? I wonder what was said. He probably like, take that dang. He said, take them capris off. I'm done. I'm very like Atlanta because he and her father was doing what you do, producing. Oh yeah, for sure. That's what I do, bro. For television and film, movies, artists in Atlanta. Coming out with some new music soon too. I'm trying to think, do I want to drop this home team song? That was supposed to be with me and Blackberry. Drop an Atlanta Falcons song. But I do got a song called Blackbird. Blackbird that's gonna get ready to drop. When I think about it, it sounds like something that can be used for some Atlanta Falcons stuff because it's a blackbird. It's called Blackbird. Atlanta Falcons is a blackbird, right? Pun intended. So let's see what we can do. Y'all have any questions for me before we get up out of here, man? I was gonna make it a short show. I told you when I was trying to make it short, can't make it short. But it's like I said, this team is trash, bro. This team is trash because of the coaching. It ain't the players that make this team trash. We are hurt. Understand that we are hurt. Understand that key pieces are hurt. Understand we got no pass rush on 49ers. Understand that they let, a Bryce Young look like a beast. Understand they made Mike Wachowski look like a beast. No pass rush. No crowd in the box. Playing zone. Stupid penalties. They lackadaisical. Walking with their head down. All of this stuff, that's a problem to me because of coaching. And I feel like they're losing this locker room. Like, you're going to take our great, awesome players and make them say, I'm going to go somewhere else that benefit me. Because some people, as long as they get paid, they can kill us. He pretty much said Zach's job is pretty much safe to him. You know who can trump that? If the owner say, I want him gone. Owner tells general manager, I want him gone. General manager goes to the head coach. He needs to be gone. Head coach goes to him. You gone. Hierarchy. If nobody's saying you need to get up out of here from the top, that's what they saying. Hey, Arthur Blank is chill. Maybe somebody, hey man, somebody like that's why I be wondering, like, what are they saying and like who's talking to who? Like, who's saying, you know how you got that homeboy when you out here all in the streets gallivanting, and you got that homeboy, that homegirl that come up to you like, hey, bro, you out here in these streets, bro. You need to go home. You need to go home and focus on this. They call people out on their bullshit. Who's calling these people out, bro? You can't be somebody that just do bullshit and you not calling them out, man. Like, who's going to Rich McKay and say, bro, y'all bullshit? Who's going to, I think that's what happened with Ike and Ray Ray. They called them out and then they had to go. Bro. Who's standing on business in that locker room, bro? They said that Raheem Morris is like a car salesman. He be selling you lemons. He know this car is trash. Hey, he like Bernie Mac on the Transformers, bro. Hey, we can knock that out. Don't worry about it. Like he's like a car salesman. Hey, man, what's your credit situation looking like, man? Get in there. Sit down. Hey, you see how you sitting in that seat? Let it back. Turn that AC on. You hear how that thing sound? Yeah, that thing ain't moving nowhere. As soon as you drop it out of the lot, a couple of days later, the transmission blown. What? Car salesman. Act like he your friend and be talking straight trash. Like, it's trash, bro. My guy is trash. If we lose these next two more, man. If we lose these next two, it shouldn't hit as hard because those two teams that we're playing are balling. The Bills are balling. They had us getting whooped by the Bills, and we whooped the Bills. Now, if we lose to these next two, when that time when we had lost to the Eagles, and the Eagles advanced, and then they went to the Super Bowl, the one thing that I said was, if we lose to a team that win the Super Bowl, to me, cool. It ain't cool, but I can understand because it's these niggas won the Super. They was hungry. Now, if we lose to the Colts, which is considered the hottest team in the NFL right now, they the hottest team in the NFL and they're coached well. They got their owner on the sideline taking notes, bro. She on the sideline taking notes. Okay. Mm-hmm. What can I do to improve your situation? Mm-hmm. Okay. Standing right there. What you? Mm-hmm. And they balling. Daniel Jones looking like he done found the second win. Man, I'll tell you, man, it's crazy work. It's hard being a Falcons fan. Y'all know that, man. We all know that, man. It's hard being a Falcons fan. We already know. Let's not pretend like it's easy. It ain't for the faint of heart. It got to a point in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium when I stopped caring about the game and just started dancing with my Joker mask on. Just started dancing. Just started vibing out to the music in there. And wasn't even playing How I seen? I seen who I seen. I seen Big Country over there. I passed him. I seen who else I seen. There's a couple of people I seen. Mm-hmm. Man, bro. But since we ain't got no questions, man, I'm bless their hearts, man. Ooh, I'm tired, y'all. But if we ain't got no questions for me, I know y'all tired. We tired. We just got, bro. We just got beat by Mike Wachowski. So these next two games, do you know we lose these next two games? That's 4 losses in a row. My question is, didn't we give up our first round draft pick? So we losing right now. We gonna get another first round draft pick that we finna give to somebody else, correct? Right? So saying that we get to pick number 6, we got to give that to somebody else that we gave right to the Rams, I think, right? Oh no, no, we didn't. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. We lost it because we for the tampering stuff, right? And then what we lost? Did we lose? Yep, right. Yep. Okay, I thought so. Yeah, I thought so. I thought so. Even if we lose, even if we have a losing season and we have a good draft pick, it's going to the Rams. What's the score for this game? It's in Germany. Low scoring game because everybody gonna have jet lag. But the only way we can win this game if Bijan go off again. And then the question is like I said, quarterback controversy. Who's gonna be our quarterback? Are they gonna try to let Mike P go through it again? Or are they gonna give Kirk Cousins another shot? I mean, I ain't mad about getting JPJ, but we need to get some wide receivers, y'all. Do you think making a trade for a wide receiver or a DB? I'm gonna be 100%. I would rather have a wide receiver, and I'm gonna tell you why. Our defense has shown you that it can be a number one defense under Obert, right? Our offense is lacking. We invested so much in our defense to a point that it can show you with what it has on the surface, it can still be a top 5 defense. So if you at least have a top 5 to top 10 defense, you're fine. Our offense, we became number 2 offense only because the 2 players had almost 200 yards apiece. It's just 2, right? So I would invest in somebody that can provide explosive plays. We need a surefire wide receiver that can be a counter to Drake London. Drake London is a possession 50-50 receiver. We need a burner. One of the things that Michael Penix Jr. did well in Washington was throw a deep ball. They're not allowing my guy to throw the deep ball because we don't have anybody that can run a route that can grab the deep ball. Besides somebody like a Mooney or a Blair. They're not putting Blair out there. I don't know why. Mooney, he's probably finna be gone. He's probably finna be gone. Absolutely. Absolutely. And he had better production. Even if he's not gone, he's gonna be bumped down to he's gonna be brought down to Ray McLeod. He's gonna be option 3. Mooney's gonna be option 3. Put Mooney in the slot. I would rather have Drake London in the slot and have 2 outside. Put Drake London in the slot to be like Fitzgerald was to the Cardinals. On not all the time, but put him in the slot sometimes. He said, "Do you think we making a trade for a wide receiver?" Oh yeah, I answered that. As far as a trade, we need. Well, I was thinking in a way of drafting for a wide receiver. Trading for a wide receiver, I would do that. But the cheaper route is drafting a wide receiver. But our offense is young as well, y'all. Our defense is young as well. This is still a young team as well, y'all. So it's many different, factors that play upon, this team. This is a young defense. The offense is young still. It's just what it is. And they saying like these are the growing pains that we go through. But gosh darn it. It hurts, bro. It ain't good to look at. Oh, we got the Patriots first, then the Colts in Germany. Well, we're gonna win that game. We're gonna win that game in Germany just because of, and I'm saying it because everybody gonna be jet lag. It's gonna be like a silly looking game. Absolutely. Most of the time, the wide receivers go in the second round. Most of the time, because if I'm not mistaken, a lot of people got good wide. Why is everybody getting hurt? Whereas JPJ, he was hurt. He didn't play. Walker or JPJ, I don't think, played for the 49ers game, so there was no pass rush there. And then he just came back against the Dolphins, and they had him locked up on the edge. Start using Jalen Walker for what he is. Stop putting him in situations where he's a linebacker. Put him on the edge as well. Set the edge. Put both of them. Like I put both of them on the edge. To throw them off or put them both on each side. And let them boys go get to it. But this is the thing even about our defense. Our defense been holding us up in games, y'all. It's our offense that ain't converting shit. And then sometimes, even with our defense, what gets us in trouble is it's 3rd and 14. And they converting for 15, 16 yards. Or we getting a stupid penalty. It's like it's more of the same. It's the same stuff. We're looking at like Mike. I'm gonna say, Mad Mike said it before. The same stuff we were doing last year. We're doing the same thing we was doing last year. We're losing the same way we was losing last year. We're almost there. We're not getting there. It's like we'll show flashes and glimpses, no consistency. This team just is not properly coached. And they talked about Lockett. So let's talk about Lockett. Go get Lockett for the slot. At least, absolutely, because he was a speed guy too in the Seahawks. Go get him. He said Tua only threw for barely 200 yards, and you know why? Because our defense was still present. It's just that they wasn't prepared. What prepares a team to go against another team is when you have people say that a good defense is a great offense. I live by that. Because if we can score every time we get into the red zone, right, it's going to get the other team to make adjustments, right? The same thing the Dolphins did with us. When they went up by 3 scores, right, we couldn't really run the ball anymore. We had to pass. Now we got to go for it on 4th down and damn near we already in plus territory. We giving them plus territory already. And then it's disheartening to the team. It's disheartening to the fans. They're not going to get into it. We're not going to get into our team looking like trash. We're not going to get into our team. We're not. We're just not. He said, like it with the Raiders. That's not the Lockett that was playing for the Seahawks. That's the same guy, ain't it? Tyler Lockett, right? Well, he playing for the Seahawks first, and then he went to the Raiders, right? That is him, right? That's what I'm talking about. I only know him from the Seahawks because when you go to the Raiders, your career be over with. They say when you go to the Raiders, your career be over. I just honestly, man, just our team isn't properly coached. And I think coaching is failing. I said it before. Coaching is failing this talent on this team. They're making this talent. They're gonna make people that are surefire studs, like a Bijan Robinson and a Drake London, go elsewhere. When they contract time, they ain't gonna want no contract, or they're gonna be requesting the trade. Yeah, with no accountability. Somebody finna lose something. I'm trying to tell you, it's coming. Somebody's finna lose something. Oh, yeah. I only knew him from Seattle because he used to be with Metcalf. Yeah. I mean, if he still got some tread on his tires, a veteran presence. But yeah, but y'all, I'm about to go. Um, I appreciate everybody for stopping by. Oh my goodness. So, like I said, I appreciate y'all for stopping by, man. I'm about to end this stream. For those who haven't followed me on the Lochness podcast on YouTube, follow me on the Lochness podcast on YouTube. Hit the notification bell. Um, also, also, I'm trying to think. I really want. I really want to give y'all an opportunity. I like giving back to people, man. I don't know. It's just my team. I like to get back. So, like I said, when somebody give me the 250 subs, I'm gonna figure out a way to try to figure out how we're gonna get somebody something. I got a whole bunch of signed Falcon stuff, or I can, I win stuff and hand it off to people. I don't really care about stuff like that. What's the one autograph you want that you don't have yet, sports wise? Oh, sports wise, the one autograph I want. I was gonna say Kyle Pitts, but we just gonna skip past Kyle Pitts. I got my Michael Vick signed. I got a Michael Vick signed Falcons helmet, so I'm good on that. I got a Michael Vick signed Falcons helmet. Yeah, it's over there. Um, sports wise, I have a Kobe Bryant. I have a Kobe Bryant jersey with the NBA Finals patch on it, championship patch. I know he's passed away, R.I.P. Kobe and GG. But if I could have got him to sign that jersey, because I was a Kobe Bryant fan, like for real, and because I got several Kobe Bryant jerseys, if I can get this man, I could have got him to sign one of my jerseys. Um, that's what I would want. If but if we doing the present tense right now, um, I got an Anthony Edwards jersey. He can sign that. Even Michael Vick signing this jersey. This is my first jersey. My first Michael Vick, my first jersey I bought myself, and then Michael Vick can sign this. I get him to sign this, and I'll just put this up because, like I said, I got a Bijan Robinson signed jersey over here. So, um, yeah, I got a Braves jersey. Like if we gonna go Braves, I got his Braves jersey. If I can get somebody like a John Smoltz or a Tom Glavine to sign my Braves jersey, that might be too old for y'all. Y'all might not know about the John Smoltz or the Tom Glavine or the Maddox. You know what I'm saying? Even Deion Sanders signing my Braves jersey. Um, I don't know. So it's just really man, I got so much. Is it what it is? But I got so much stuff I would want. Um, I'm trying to think of a name. Okay, I'm gonna ask y'all this. I got y'all here. I'm gonna ask y'all this. We're gonna have to take a poll. So, like I said, when I go to the games, I normally have a mask on. It's my team. Even in the Falcons advertisement, like I said, I was in there when we had the white Western Cowboy. I had my diamond mask on. So in the video, I was throwing the deuces and bobbing my head like that. But I had this on, like I said, I had this on Sunday. So I'm trying to think of a name for myself. Because they said that this is gonna be like a hometown thing. To be like, you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be like a hometown thing. So I'm trying to think, should I like what would be the name? Like I'll be the Dirty Bird's Nest. Should it be face off? Because I'm not gonna wear my face. I'm gonna always have a mask on. So should it be face off? Like the John Travolta Nicolas Cage movie? Or the Future song, which is one of my favorite songs by Future. Mask off. So I was gonna get a jersey made that either says face off on it or mask off. I'm gonna tell you what I like. I like mask off. That would be my name. That'd be the Lochness, mask off the Lochness or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So mask off. So that would be like my mascot for myself is mask off. So I will always wear a different mask or a mask that correlates with my personality. And those who don't know, I am the Joker. You know what I'm saying? And this is dope. So like I said, I wore this and people were going ape shit. People were going ape shit for it. So what y'all think? Should it be face off or mask off? So I ask y'all. Bro, I still got my Andrew Jones 96 jersey autograph. So you get it. See, you get it. Andrew Jones was a beast too. Braves had some people on their squad. They was like the best regular season team ever, bro. And then when they get to the playoff against the Yankees or somebody, the Dodgers, we get lost. Oh nah, bro. Oh nah. You said Predator? Hold on. Hold on. Oh, we got Maggie Futner up now. He said it like a Joker man. Joker press. No, what it is like I said in the game. At the game, I was it just it didn't come with hair, but I told the people to put hair on it. When I hit them up, I said, "Can you put some locks on this?" Because I already got locks. So I was like, "It'll be dope to have some green locks and then my black locks," and it was like dope. It was dope. But you talking about a predator mask, my guy? That's what this is. That's what that's for. You feel me? That's what it's for. Right? Yeah. So we gotta be that. We're gonna be that. You feel me? Should we trade for Brian Thomas, wide receiver from Jacksonville? He's a baller, but still on a rookie deal. Rumor is Jackson wants a defender. I would give him AK and pick up for. I give him AK. I give him AK. I get him. Somebody that's young, that's a baller, that's gonna go get it. Absolutely. And then you got to partner him with somebody like a good offensive coordinator that has a lot of plays where we're utilizing the talent that we have. We're utilizing a Bijan Robinson. We're utilizing a Kyle Pitts. We're utilizing an Algier in the best of their ability. Oh yeah, bro. This mask cost me $300, bro. This a I got the skin too. Like I got the skin suit that I wear. Then I got the little armor and stuff with the blaster and all that stuff. But yeah, this It's legit. Not catching my beard though. But yeah, this is legit. Yeah. So I do a lot of cosplay stuff. That's something else I'm into. I like cosplay stuff, bro. So for those who don't know, let y'all know I like cosplay stuff. Halloween is my favorite holiday, just FYI. But that's neither here nor there. But like I said, I appreciate everybody for stopping by, man. Chilling with your boy. Like I said, follow me at the Lochness Podcast on YouTube. The road to 500 subs. I got like 117. I need 133 more subs. I don't care if you get your auntie, just say, hey, subscribe to this channel. Get all your friends. Get 10 of y'all friends. If 10 of y'all get 10 people to sub, that's 100 right there. If 13 of y'all get 10 people to sub, they say just sub to it. They don't have to hit the notification bell unless they like the Falcons. Hit the notification bell so you get hit the notification bell. But you get them to just sign on and say just sub to it. That's all I need, really. And just let it sit there. We'll make up the rest as we go. And then what they doing? They ain't there how Raheem don't do it. Hey, who we going against? The Dolphins. Okay. Hey y'all, we gonna run the ball, and as soon as we get stuffed on a couple of runs because we're predictable, Kirk Cousins, I want you to throw every time. And when you get and you can't convert fourth, third and 4, or 3rd and 2, or 3rd and 1. What I do is I go for it in plus territory. Because what do we have to lose? Right? But yeah, I do appreciate y'all, man. Until we see each other next time, next Tuesday at 9:35. You feel me? Like I say, like, subscribe, share this content out. Like I say, 13 of y'all get 10 people to pull up, sub to the boy channel. The boy will already be at 250. Now, I got 50 people in here. If 50 people take 10 people, if 50 people take 10 people, have them pull up on your boy. And some of y'all already sub, but that don't mean you can't. I know y'all know Falcons fans. I know y'all know people that rock with the Falcons. I know y'all know people that like sports commentary or content creators that do sports. Send them my way. I appreciate y'all. I'm out. I'm starting to like doing this by myself, but I'm gonna start inviting my compadres back up here, so we can get some perspective. You know what I'm saying? But I do appreciate everybody for stopping by. I did say I was gonna do an hour. 30 minutes, and it turned to an hour. Now it's an hour and 33 minutes. That's crazy work. But I still appreciate y'all. Peace.